back, everybody, to another edition of the High School Blitz. I'm Rick Cantu, joined by Thomas Jones, as always. And Thomas, full slate of high school football this weekend, and a good slate, too. Let's start off with two teams from the east side of the freeway, Manor, Del Valle.
Yeah, pivotal game in District 14 6A. But we talk about heartbreak. Manor has lost back-to-back games by 39-36 scores in overtime to Bowie 2 weeks ago. And this past week they lost after San Marcos had a really crazy rally and won it. I like Manor in this game just because Del Valle, they're on a 4-game losing streak. They need to find more offense in Alfred Greer, who had 146 yards and a touchdown on 9 carries, plus a 101-yard kickoff return. They need more from other guys or Manor's going to roll them.
I like the way you said it, 39-36, 2 straight weeks. Who would have ever thought that score, 2 straight weeks?
Wow.
Both teams are coming in with losing streaks, but Del Valle started the season 4-0. Now they're 0-4 in the last 4.
Yeah.
I'm going with Manor. Let's go Vandergrift at Hayes. Should be an interesting game.
Yeah, Hayes' offense is playing really well. They beat Vista Ridge 45-37 last week behind Cade Powell, who had 243 yards rushing. But I don't know if anyone in the area is playing better than Vandergrift. They've won 4 of their last 5 games, including a 42-0 win over Vista Ridge in their last game. They had a bye this past week. And their only loss in that streak was a last-second field goal by Westlake that beat them. I like Vandergrift. I think they could beat any team they play at this point in the season.
Well, with these two teams, Vandergrift has a much better defense. Justin Moore, the quarterback, 19 touchdowns, 1 interception for the season. I like Vandergrift big in this game. Let's go a little outside the area. China Spring and Liberty Hill.
Our friends in Liberty Hill.
Our friends at
running
Liberty
that
Hill.
slot T. Rushing for 415 yards in that big win over Burnett last week.
Absolutely.
But China Spring, they knocked off undefeated Gatesville last week. All right, China Spring only allows 13 points a game. I think they can put the clamps down on Liberty Hill's offense enough to get a win. I like China Spring in this game.
Well, Liberty Hill, it wouldn't be an overstatement to say that they're a one-dimensional team. They run, and then they run some more.
I think they threw a pass, rumor has it, in their last game.
They threw a pass for 5 yards, and they finished with 5 yards passing. China Spring beat them last year 42-10, and it's basically the same two teams playing each other. I'm going with China Spring also. Last but not least, what I consider the game of the weekend. Hutto, Cedar Park. Go for it.
Yeah, I think some reality set in for Cedar Park this past week without Max Sexton, who we know missed the last game and he's not going to play again this season probably. They had 251 yards of offense against a struggling Conley team. Now Cedar Park got the 21-14 win, but without that 3-year starter at quarterback, the offense kind of struggled. And Hutto, we know about their offense, we know about Chase Griffin, we know about Chuck's Nwaboku, their fine running back.
That's easy for you to say.
Yeah, but their defense is holding people to 15.5 points a game. Jacob Berry, middle linebacker, 86 tackles. Safety Hayden Knapp with 50 tackles, 4 tackles for losses. I think Hutto's defense will shut down Cedar Park, and they'll kind of earn the game ball in a Hutto win.
Well, the bottom line right now is Hutto's offense is much better than Cedar Park's offense.
Yep.
Now, Cedar Park, I would expect, would get better in the second week under the new quarterback, Ryan Fiala. So Cedar Park, they're playing at home, too. They're not going to die easily. Their defense is going to scratch and claw and fight, but they're just not going to win. Hutto, I expect to win by a touchdown, and Hutto would still remain undefeated.
They would.
And that'll do us. You and I are undefeated this year, too, aren't we?
I don't miss a single pick.
I've never missed one.
Ever.
Either. Never missed one. Thanks again for joining us for the High School Blitz from the American-Statesman. And like we like to say in the big house, we hope that you attend your game and your team wins.